You seem to be obsessed with violence in your country. I don't know what's going on with you all. The violence starts at home. Little children hearing disputes and arguments. They hear about violence right from the beginning, almost from birth. The parents often in dispute with each other because they're dissatisfied with life and end up spending the time arguing with each other, being moody, being bad-tempered about our life. Then the TV comes on. They see violence, cartoons, children's TV shows, often about conflict between people. I've seen them, I've watched them. It's everywhere, in the songs, the music, the glorifying of violence. America, you love it. Let's face it. Let's be honest. Let's have this conversation. You love the violence. As I say, there's subtle disputes and arguments on these shows. They're not necessarily showing graphic scenes, but it's all a branch of violence, isn't it? It all contributes and adds to how a young person's mind is being conditioned into thinking about violence, becoming desensitized. You've heard that word before. We've all become desensitized to violence, and no longer are we shocked by what we see, hear, or read about. But I don't know about you, but I was broken-hearted what's happened in Texas. Those 19 kids that have been murdered for no reason at all. It broke my heart. And it always breaks my heart when I hear children suffering because of someone has a dispute about something. They think it's okay to go and murder innocent little people. It's disgraceful. So when are you going to grow up, America? We're fed up about it. We're fed up of hearing about it. We're fed up of having our hearts broken over it. The news, the media, they're all so keen to show and talk about extreme graphic events, no matter how big or how little. And I've noticed this. Even on the radio, they'll come on and speak in a tone which seems to make it sound like it's all right. It's a normal everyday thing. There's no anguish in the language that we hear coming from the media. There's no heartbreak in the language. It's just they can't wait to get it out there, to spread it, to tell it, to remind us all about the dark side of human nature. When are you going to grow up, America? This is what I want to know. And this is why I'm making this video. The graphic nature of violence in kids' PlayStation games. It's unbelievable. I don't know about you, but why do we allow it? Why as parents who want a better world for our kids, allow our little children to go murder, kill, shoot, stab, rob, steal, whatever you want to call these things? Why do we allow them to go and do it on a game? And then when we see it in real life, we shake our heads and go, so sad. That's the response now, because we don't care. Or we may shed a tear for 30 seconds and then carry on with our lives. When are you going to grow up, America? When are you going to think about the future generations? Have you not had enough of it all? When are you going to stop it? Why do you allow it? These are the questions you need to ask yourselves as individuals and as a nation. And as an Englishman looking outside on the in at what's going on, I feel I'm qualified to comment. I've never been to America, but I'm qualified to comment because I'm a father, I'm a man, I'm a human being. And it affects us all when we see a nation in distress like this, and a great nation like America in distress and anguish. And what I see in America today is the United Kingdom tomorrow. Although we've managed to keep a lid on things in certain ways, the vast majority of people in the United Kingdom have never even seen a gun. But here in your country, you can't wait to scream out, your rights, my rights, to own this, to own that, to do this, to do that, to say this, to say that, without thinking about the effects on other people, whether in deed or speech, because you don't care. All you care about is you getting your two penn'orth for some reason or other, whatever it is. And the kids are only, the parents are only too keen to go out and purchase these games, pay a fortune for them. Hey, have that, little Johnny, go and kill some people. Go and destroy some people. Go and steal some cars on this game. It's great, it's fun, have fun. See you later. Yeah. We don't need all these so-called specialists and experts to tell us why all these things are. It's blatantly obvious. You love it. You love the violence, America. You love what's going on. Let's face it, or you wouldn't allow it. I wouldn't allow it in my home. But you allow it in society, in every thread of your society, in everything. It's permeated throughout every little aspect of American life. It's creeping into the UK, no doubt about it. So when are the men going to stand up and stop being little boys once again? Put the PlayStations down, because you're doing it as well as the kids. And laughing at the violence. Oh, it's great. Look at this. Look at what happened to this person. You see, you're not thinking. You haven't got the wisdom. You haven't sought wisdom or understanding. You've sought self-satisfaction. And the majority have found satisfaction in violence. Or you wouldn't allow it. You wouldn't allow your kids to witness it, to hear it, to see it, to speak it, even in the language, the profanity you've allowed to creep in. When are you going to stand up, you men? When are you going to become men once again? You think you're a man because you carry a gun. You think you're a man because you carry a knife. Don't make me laugh. It's everywhere we turn. Disputes, arguments, protests, disorder, dissatisfaction. And not just from the politicians. What chance have we got as a nation, as a world, if even the people we put in charge, who most of us have never even met or spoken to, we're only too happy to vote for them to come and represent us. And yet there they are in their little enclave with their disputes, arguments, protests, disorders, dissatisfactions amongst each other. And then now they wonder why it's going on in the streets, in the nations, in the homes, in the country. Humanity found a new way to bathe in the violence. We found a way to enjoy it, to wash ourselves in it continuously. Have you not had enough of it? No, you keep going back for another shower. You keep going back for more. Nothing's being done, nothing's changing. It's just growing and escalating because you're allowing it as a people. It's incredible, it's unbelievable, and it's heartbreaking. I don't even know any Americans, but my heart breaks for the good people of America who just want a peaceful life to get on with their business. But the society is broken. Society, you're not in the Wild West anymore. You've got to grow up. And that's why I'm asking, America, when are you going to grow up? This ain't the Wild West. You're a nation of enlightened people, so-called enlightenment. But what kind of enlightenment and wisdom have you sought? You sought possessions, greed, self-satisfaction, me. And you're wondering why the kids are growing up narcissistic. The kids are growing up not even wanting to work anymore, wanting something for nothing. And we've created every evil act you can think of, imaginable, being viewed on media. Oh, and boy, how they love it. They absolutely love to show it. They can't wait to talk about it. And out of the woodwork comes every expert, every opinion, everyone with an answer. No wonder our poor little children are growing up thinking violence is okay. Who's thinking about the future generations? The confused minds of these young ones, of the disputes and arguments and violence mixing up with their emotions. And it's going to come out somewhere down the line in some form or fashion or other, whether in crime or extreme violence or an argumentative nature. And some isolating themselves from society because they can't handle it, they don't want to think about it. And the drugs, don't forget the drugs. Oh, the drugs make it's an escape. Drugs don't make you violent. It's all part of the same branch, but you won't admit it because you're self-seeking, self-pleasure seeking, narcissistic human beings. And this is the Congo line that you're all joining onto. Not thinking about the future generations, not caring about our little ones, what's going to happen to them, what kind of world it's going to be. And you've created it. You generations, you past generations. And we wonder why these loners, usually loners, are ready to go out and play out the violence, the violent game of life. America, what time is love? What time are you going to start loving each other and caring for each other? As long as there is politics, this is always going to be in society. They keep talking about the Great Reset. In the United Kingdom, they call it the Great Levelling Up. Levelling up to what? The reset to what? They never tell you what it is. Funnily enough, what is the Great Reset? What is the Great Levelling Up? It's all bullshit to keep the political agendas going and the philosophy of what their agenda is and what they think society should become or be or is in their elite mind. They think they're the gatekeepers of the people, but they're not. The people will take care of themselves if the system is right, if it's right and proper. But everything is smashed to bits and the walls have come crumbling down. America, what time are you going to grow up? What time is love? Your obsession with guns and violence shows that you haven't grown up. It shows that you've got a long way to go. You're a young nation. You're like a little child to us who have time on our side. We have centuries on our side. We have centuries of conflict, war, violence, all the things I've just spoke about on our side to grow and develop. But you young nation of the United States, you baby nation, is the way I look at you, have a long way to go. Until you get rid of that self-obsession over money and possessions and seek fulfillment in each other, in life, in the simplicity of life. But as long as you keep crying out and screaming for whatever it is you want in life, whether it's your rights, your culture, your race, your identity, whatever it is, who gives a shit? When are you going to forsake all those things for the future generations? Somehow I don't think you are. As long as your voice is heard, is all that matters. That's all you care about. You don't give a shit about anybody else. You don't give a shit about the little ones that are going to get murdered again tomorrow. Yeah? Unless you do grow up, America, and find love, then you finish. You finish as a nation. You finish as a blessed nation, if you ever were a blessed nation. You were a nation that had the opportunity to show the world how great life can be. And it doesn't evolve around how much money you've got or how big a house you got, but that's how you condition the mindsets and the people to think. And so people become delusioned when everyone can't get it. So you have millions of disillusioned people that turn angry and upset that they haven't made it in life, wondering why they couldn't get it. And they've probably done nothing wrong, they've worked hard. But the system's set up so only a few can make it. We know that, we totally know that. America, what time is love? What time are you going to grow up? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, America and the United Kingdom, because what's happening in the United States is England tomorrow, is the United Kingdom tomorrow, to some level. So let me know what your thoughts. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the Macca Show. Come back again soon. Peace and love to everybody.